Let me ask you something very direct. You have been eating less sugar. You have been skipping the bread. You have been walking every morning. You have been trying, really trying. And yet when you look in the mirror, your belly looks bigger than it did 6 months ago. Your belt is tighter. Your favorite clothes no longer fit the way they used to. And the number on the scale either stays the same or slowly creeps upward. Here is what no one is telling you. The problem may not be your willpower. The problem may not even be your food. There is a hidden biological process happening inside your body right now, one that science now links directly to stubborn belly fat. And it has very little to do with how much you eat. Stay with me, because once you understand this, everything changes. The real cause, beyond calories. For decades, the message has been simple: eat less, move more, and belly fat disappears. But researchers studying body composition and hormonal health now recognize that this is only part of the story. Microscope research reference. A 2022 review published in Obesity Reviews noted that abdominal fat accumulation may be strongly influenced by hormonal and metabolic factors, not just caloric intake alone. What this means is that two people can eat the same food, exercise the same amount, and still store fat very differently. So what is driving this difference? One of the most studied factors is a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is your body's primary stress response hormone. It is produced by the adrenal glands and released whenever your brain perceives a threat, whether that threat is real or imagined. In healthy amounts, cortisol is essential. It helps regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and wake you up in the morning. But here is where things get complicated. Your brain does not easily distinguish between being chased by a predator, which was the original design, and receiving a stressful phone call, worrying about finances, or lying awake at 2 a.m. with anxious thoughts. To your nervous system, stress is stress. And for many adults over 60, daily life involves a significant amount of it. Cortisol, insulin, and visceral fat. When cortisol is chronically elevated, research suggests it may trigger a cascade of hormonal events that appear to promote fat storage, particularly in the abdominal region. Here is how researchers currently understand this process. Cortisol signals the liver to release stored glucose into the bloodstream. This makes sense from a survival perspective. Your body wants fuel ready in case it needs to act fast. But when that glucose is not immediately used, because you are sitting at a kitchen table, not running from danger, your body releases insulin to manage it. Microscope research reference. Research published in Frontiers in Endocrinology suggests that visceral fat, the deeper abdominal fat surrounding the organs, may be especially sensitive to the cortisol-insulin connection. Elevated insulin, especially over time, has been associated with increased fat storage. Visceral fat behaves differently from the fat just beneath your skin. It has been associated in multiple studies with greater health risks, including metabolic and cardiovascular concerns. What makes this particularly frustrating is that visceral fat can increase even when your overall weight stays the same. Your waistline grows, your clothes feel tighter, but the scale barely moves. And if you are following a healthy diet and still experiencing this, cortisol may deserve a closer look. The sleep-cortisol cycle. Now let us talk about something that is directly connected to cortisol and that affects the majority of adults over 60. Sleep. Microscope research reference. A 2021 study in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that inadequate sleep duration and quality were associated with higher cortisol levels the following day. When cortisol rises due to poor sleep, hunger-regulating hormones, specifically leptin and ghrelin, may also become disrupted. Leptin is the hormone that signals fullness. Ghrelin signals hunger. When sleep is poor, leptin may decrease while ghrelin increases. In practical terms, you wake up hungrier, cravings for calorie-dense foods become stronger, and your willpower to resist them is lower, not because of weakness, but because of biology. This creates a reinforcing cycle. Poor sleep raises cortisol. Elevated cortisol disrupts hunger hormones. Disrupted hunger hormones make healthy eating harder. Together, these factors may promote abdominal fat storage. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not failing. What you can do: 5 evidence-informed steps. The encouraging news, supported by current research, is that cortisol levels may respond meaningfully to consistent lifestyle changes. None of these require a gym membership or an expensive program. Protect your sleep as a health priority. A consistent sleep and wake schedule, even on weekends, may help regulate your body's cortisol rhythm. Get morning sunlight within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking. Light exposure in the morning helps regulate your circadian rhythm and has been associated with better nighttime sleep and more stable daytime cortisol patterns. Move your body after meals. Even a 10-minute walk after eating may support healthy glucose management. Research in diabetes care suggests post-meal movement can meaningfully reduce blood sugar spikes. Include adequate protein at each meal. Protein supports muscle maintenance, especially important after 60 when muscle mass naturally declines. Maintaining muscle has been associated with better metabolic health and glucose management. Make stress reduction a daily non-negotiable. Slow diaphragmatic breathing, time in nature, prayer, meditation, journaling, or gentle stretching have each been associated in peer-reviewed research with reductions in cortisol over time. The 7-Day Reset Challenge. Here is a challenge I want to invite you to try for the next 7 days. For 7 days, shift your focus away from the scale entirely. Instead, prioritize sleep. Step outside in the morning. Take a short walk after at least one meal each day. And choose one stress-reducing practice, whatever feels right for you, and do it every day. At the end of 7 days, notice how you feel. Your energy, your cravings, your mood, even the way your clothes feel around your waist. You may be surprised by what a week of working with your body, rather than against it, can do. Comment the word reset below if you are ready to start this 7-day challenge. And while you are in the comments, tell us, what is the biggest source of stress in your life right now? Your answer might be exactly what someone else needed to read today. If this video gave you something valuable, something that shifted the way you think about your health, please share it with someone who might need it. Subscribe to Nature Wise Essentials and turn on notifications so you never miss our evidence-informed health content designed specifically for adults over 60. Because better health at this stage of life is not about punishing yourself into results. It is about understanding how your body actually works and giving it what it needs to thrive. I will see you in the next video.